the regional balancing act in the allocations, how do you read from it? Central benefiting more from the, in comparison to the other regions?
Yes, definitely. Central, or Mount Kenya as we call it, if you count also the fact that Njeru is from Nakuru, which is politically regarded as part of the larger Mount Kenya region. And you see a definite and an intentional effort by the president to consolidate. You remember, the president found him, the president has put his deputy, and this could be the undercurrents, the unstated undercurrents in the Kenya Kwanza politics. The president went directly to the people. He cannot, the deputy cannot say, you got the votes on my account. Now, when you look at some of the people that have been appointed in Mount Kenya, one question you'd be tempted to ask is, were they recommended by the deputy, or does the president, do they owe it directly to the president?
Yeah.
And I think it is the latter that is the case. And if it is the case that, all these people, we know, for example, Kithure Kindiki, was one of the most serious contestants for the deputy, the running mate position, and lost it, and, at some point, kind of briefly stepped out of active politics, only to come back after being persuaded to reconsider his view by the president.
Yes.
That is a person who definitely may not necessarily kowtow to the deputy president. If you look at people like Moses Kuria, he's his strong man. You cannot say that he owes it to to the deputy president and many others. And so what we are seeing is that compared to Rift Valley, and when Rift Valley is talked about here, we are talking about the Kalenjin nation, if at all there's such a thing. They also got quite,
huge.
Not huge, because apart from Chirichir, apart from Chelugoi, and Murkomen, and the president himself, I saw Nandi saying, we were expecting to see another one of our own, in the lineup, but there is none.
Yeah.
Of course, there is also a cabinet minister, a lady, Bore from Kericho and so on. But they do not compare to Mount Kenya. So we are seeing a deliberate attempt by the president to completely consolidate, Mount Kenya region, and this is for the future.
Okay.
We are also seeing a deliberate attempt, by rewarding all these politicians. When the president was elected and he went for a service in some church in Bungoma County, and was saying that I'll honor my pledge to Wetangula, I'll honor my pledge to Modavadi, and he has gone ahead to do that. What is the political catch? All these people must step down from leadership of their political outfits. And so we are going to be, all those regions will be marinated with the UDA. It's UDA marination. Whether it is the Attorney General nominee, Muturi, who is the outgoing leader of DP, whether it is, Chap guy, Alfred Mutua, Dr. Alfred Mutua, all those people must step down. And so what are we likely to see? Nondescript people emerging as leaders, people who perhaps every Friday would be going for handouts and being told, enda upeleke watoto hii. And so the president will have a free hand to literally, marinate all those regions with this UDA party.
Right,
and that is the catch for me.
Yes.
That if the opposition is not careful, this maneuver and this cabinet appointment has far-reaching political implications in terms of the president's projected, growth of his party, UDA. Remember, even when he was contesting in the so-called Kenya Kwanza, he was so tough as to even, field candidates in the strongholds. Mudavadi's MP in his own Sabatia constituency is a UDA person who won. And that tells you that, yes, the president seems to have, ceded to the promise. And of course, it's a good thing in politics. For the first time, we are seeing that happening. of course, having been a victim himself of the kumi yangu, kumi yako, so he wanted to be seen to be doing that. So that for me is very, very critical.